top 10 list of my favorite Pokemon. I like Pokemon, as you kind of know. And I like certain Pokemon. So let's just jump into it. Number 10. So my number 10 spot, I have to go with my boy Charizard. Okay, it might seem weird because most people like Charizard, and well, wouldn't it be lower in the list, like maybe number 5 or something? But nah, fam, I like it at number 10 because, well, I have more favorite Pokemon than just Charizard. I have Pokemon that I actually really like that that I like more than Charizard, but I can see the confusion because most top 10 lists actually choose Charizard, like basic human being. Just kidding. But yeah, Charizard's actually really versatile. I used it in Pokemon Brick Bronze, and it was actually really good. The X form is really good because it becomes a dragon, and the Y form is really good because it gets the drought ability. And when you get the drought ability, you can kind of spam. You can kind of have Solar Beam all day long, boy. You can have a grass Pokemon with Solar Beam, or you can have a grass Pokemon without Solar Beam. But you use your Charizard with Solar Beam. That's what I like about Charizard. It's kind of pretty cool. So yeah, Charizard, good job. You actually made me like you for once. And yeah. So in the number 9 spot, I'm gonna be going with Wooper. Now, my main reasons for liking Wooper is because no one is this happy for liking life without hands. I want you to try this. If you amputate someone's arms off, how would they react? Would they react pretty happy, being like, "Hey, man, you might have had to basically cut off my arms in like a saw trap or something, but I don't care, man. Life is just go with the flow, man. I'm okay with that. I'm just okay with that. I might be in a lot of pain, but whatever." Or would they act like this? Hey, dude, what the hell are you doing? Stop it. No. How am I gonna call my parents? Oh, crap. I need to call the police. Okay. They'll probably act like that, maybe. Maybe even overreact. Kick you a bit. Huh? But Wooper, he's okay with it. He'll just let you do it. He'll just let you do it. And he'll be like, "Alright, man. Alright. I understand that I gotta get business done. And, I just can't do this, Alright? I'm okay. I'm okay with that." So, that's how I feel like Wooper is. Also, his Gen 2 sprite is adorable. He looks so confident that he's, like, gonna evolve soon. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna evolve soon. I'm gonna become the strongest Quagsire. I'm gonna finally get my own hands of my own, and I'm gonna finally punch correctly." Because Wooper can learn Ice Punch for some reason. But yeah, I like Wooper. It's adorable. Well, number 8. Aegislash. Aegislash. The definition of a pretty cool design Pokemon that also isn't ugly. Okay? I like Aegislash for one reason, and that one reason only. It's pretty overpowered. Okay? Ever used the Aegislash, man? They're pretty good. Okay? They got the power to the metal. They got the metal to the pedal. They got the pedal to the metal, I think that's what it's called. And literally, and that makes sense because it's a steel type, and metal is a part of steel, isn't it? And I like Aegislash because it's a ghost type, and I kind of like the ghost type a bit. I don't think that it would be my favorite type, because I don't know what my favorite type is yet, but it's definitely a pretty good type. And in my opinion, if I could get a really good Pokemon like that, I'd be pretty happy. I never used an Aegislash. I'm actually playing X and Y right now, and I'm gonna try to get that. And I already have an Honedge, and I'm trying to evolve it into a I forgot what it's called, but yeah, Aegislash is pretty cool, and I would use him. Also, I like how I'm playing a knife game and I'm talking about Aegislash. Isn't that funny? Number 7, Mudkip. I honestly have no real reason why I like Mudkip. Really. I just like Mudkip. Okay, can a man like Mudkip? Can a man just like Mudkips? They have the hat, they have the body, they have the little hello gill thing. Trico got nothing on Mudkip, man. Torchic got nothing. Mainly because it's a fire type, but whatever. Torchic still ain't got nothing on Mudkip. You jump on Mudkip jumps back. Huh? Thug came into the room. His name is Mud, and his last name is Kip. He's gonna kick you in the kips. Don't mess with Mudkip, that's all I'm saying. Number 6, Lucario. I mean, I feel like everyone likes Lucario. Like, you can't say that you like Pokemon without saying, oh yeah, Lucario's pretty cool. Like, he's an alright Pokemon. I'd use him in a team. Like, it's a given rule that you must like Lucario if you like Pokemon. Really. If you like Pokemon, you have to like Lucario. And I like Pokemon, so I have to like Lucario. Most people don't put him in the top 10 list, but I don't care, man. I like Lucario. It's pretty cute. It's pretty nice. Not Lucario. I mean, Riol is pretty cute. It's pretty. Lucario looks pretty nice. I like Lucario. It's pretty competitively decent, and it's just an alright Pokemon. 10 out of 10 would use again in competitive. Number 5, Scizor. Okay. So, when I was playing Pokemon Crystal on emulator, I was making a team for a Feraligatr because I made 3 teams, each with the different starter, and I wanted to make a team with Feraligatr. Sorry about the noise in the background. So I was like, hey, what would be a good Pokemon? Hey, I know, Scizor, because I like Scizor. And I recently found out that, and by then I already found out that you can actually trade in game. So I was like, oh crud, Scizor is my main man. Boy, I use Scizor in Brick Bronze. I love it. Oh, okay. Scizor's way too good for this, game. Other people like Scyther. I'm more of a Scizor main. Like, yeah, you can run Scyther with Eviolite and he'd be really good, but with Scizor, you run him with a Megastone, he'll be really good as well. Because they have the both same sets. And they both get 600. Hey. But I mainly like Scizor just because it's good. It's competitively viable. It only really has a few weaknesses. I think it only has one weakness, and that's a double weakness to fire. It's just perfection. Perfection at its finest. Number 4. Sorry. The number 4 spot would have to go to Tyranitar. I like Tyranitar. I don't know about it, but I just like it. It's an alright Pokemon with an alright moveset. I used one in the team I used for Typhlosion, and it was monstrous. Most of the Tyranitars that I get are girls, and I usually call them like Tina after the Amazing Really Gumball's dinosaur. I know Tyranitar isn't a dinosaur, but I don't care. But no, Tyranitar has really great skills. It's a single legendary, so obviously it's gonna be an amazing Pokemon. It has great stats, great things. It's just great. It's greatness at its finest. And for these last 3, these are kind of like Pokemon that I like. They're like Pokemon that I like use on a regular basis. Like, if I had to make a team of just these 3 Pokemon, it wouldn't be a bad team. I would say that it would be pretty alright, and I'll be okay with the team. So, these last 3 will be pretty just, like, okay Pokemon. So, number 3. Hydreigon. Okay, most people don't like Hydreigon just because of the fact that, it evolves super late at like level 64 because Unova is the region where a ton of Pokemon just evolve really late. But I like Hydreigon for two reasons. First of all, it's Unova is based off New York, and my boy is from Unova, so he's from New York. Oh, crud. A legendary. Oh. I got a balloon sword. Well, that's pretty cool. But my boy, Hydreigon, he from New York, and he's pretty good. I like Hydreigon. He's a dark type. He knows some pretty good moves. Yeah. He also has a double weakness to, Fairy, and he's one of the legendaries that I think has the most weaknesses. But I don't care, man. I really like Hydreigon, and I like the fact that he's a super good Pokemon. He's super viable because he can learn Flash Cannon from his days of trying to become a tank for some reason. I would have liked the Steel Dragon, actually. Why didn't they make a Steel Hydreigon? That'd be super cool, but I'm alright with this Hydreigon. I love him. It's a great Pokemon. In Sun and Moon, I actually leveled this thing up to level 75, and it was worth it, man. It was just worth it. I don't care. I don't care that I did it. You can't even find Hydreigon, so what I did was I just did, like, the thing to try to find a Dino, and I found a Dino in my first try, and I'm like, oh, cool. And yeah, I have an entire, like, catalog of just pseudo legendaries. I have Garchomp, I have, like, Hydreigon, obviously, as said, Tyranitar, and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, but I know I spent my whole life there, and I regret it. But who cares, because at least I have Hydreigon, and Hydreigon's pretty cool. Also, for the fact that he does evolve late, you know that there's a post-game, right? Right? Evolve him at the post-game. Okay? In Black and White, there's something called a post-game, and you can evolve Hydreigon at the frickin' post-game. Just do it, man. Just get a Hydreigon, and trust me, he's good. Heck, he even beat it, like, at one point, on Gen 5, Garchomp was kind of like, at one point Gen 5, Garchomp was alright, but, like, Hydreigon was a bit better. So that kind of made Hydreigon a bit stronger than Garchomp. Garchomp, more like Garchomp. Oh, roasted. And yeah. So that's Hydreigon for you. I like it. It's number 3. Number 2, the Bulbasaur line. I don't know about Bulbasaur. Okay. I used to like Charmander more than Bulbasaur back then, but that was when I was like 6. But now I kind of like Bulbasaur because, well, Bulbasaur is very underrated as a starter, and it's pretty good, actually. It's honestly just an amazing starter. If you never used a Bulbasaur before, then I would actually really recommend it. It gets some pretty good skills when it evolves. You can get one you can either get a physical-oriented Bulbasaur or a special-oriented Bulbasaur. Both are pretty good. Something I forgot to mention in the Hydreigon Bay is that you can also get a special-oriented Bulbasaur. I mean, a special-oriented Hydreigon and a physical-oriented Hydreigon, because Hydreigon's more special, but he has some really good physical stats. So yeah, but I like, but Bulbasaur is really good. I like Venus Ivysaur just because it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't look too overdone. It just looks like an alright. It just looks like a bigger Bulbasaur, but it has changes that make it look different enough from Bulbasaur that it actually is its own little thing, and I actually really like that. They somehow made something that walks on 4 legs. They somehow made a frog that walks on 4 legs look like an interesting evolution, and I really like that. Now, our Venusaur, it looks kind of gross, but its Mega Evolution kind of saves it, and I also like the fact that Venusaur has only 2 weaknesses. So you heard it here. He's like one of the only grass types with, like, I don't know, 2 weaknesses. Imagine having only 2 weaknesses. That's completely overpowered. And that's what he is. He's an overused, and he's really, well, overused in there. And I'm really happy because my boy Bulbasaur, he's getting respect up in there. And same thing with Charizard, but the fact that Charizard, but the fact that Bulbasaur is also getting respect is pretty nice. Blastoise is not really. Blastoise, you lacking though. You lacking. Another reason why I like Bulbasaur, it's underrated, and when it's underrated, and it was kind of underrated until like Gen 3 or something. In Gen 1, the best Pokemon to use for like speedruns and the best Pokemon to use overall would be Squirtle because, well, Squirtle was actually a lot better than Bulbasaur. It had a great moveset, and yeah, Bulbasaur could beat most of the gyms, but Squirtle could also beat most of the gyms as well. So yeah, it also had, like I said, a diverse moveset, and if you wanted a good attacking move for Bulbasaur, it was either Razor Leaf or nothing. So I'm really happy that in Gen 3, my main man Bulbasaur, he got respect. Also, I like how Smash Ultimates bring back Ivysaur, man. Pretty cool. And you're probably wondering, and if you're my friends Duck and Pug, you're probably wondering, hey, I thought Bulbasaur was your favorite Pokemon. Why is he number 2? And that's because my favorite Pokemon out of the old games is really good, and like, okay, this Pokemon is great just for the sole fact that it's competitively viable, it's adorable, and it's absolutely a monster. It's a legendary. I was debating on whether I should put a legendary on this list, but then I realized, wait, it's my list. It's my favorite Pokemon. Why can I put in legendaries? It's the Pokemon that I believe are the best Pokemon in my own opinion. So I decided to do it anyways, and, well, here we go. Number one is gonna be Marshadow. Okay, unless you guys don't know about Marshadow already, Marshadow is this adorable little thing, this adorable little goofball. Looks like a black cotton candy for some reason, but he's really nice. He's a super good Pokemon. I don't think he's nice in the fact that he's nice. I mean, like, he's nice in the fact that he's in Ubers, and that he's really good. I went to GameStop to get one of those cards to unlock him, and I got them, and it was pretty nice. I got my own little Marshadow. And might I add, I trained this thing up to level 80. Like, yeah, I started at level 50, but it's still kind of, pretty darn powerful. And, yeah, it's a pretty good Pokemon. I would just like to say that it has great skills, it has great everything. It's honestly just one of the best Pokemon that I ever had, and I like it. It's good. It's competitively viable. It has the ability Technician, which is just a monstrous ability. And also, had you seen its speed? It has a 125 in speed. So if you get a speed up and lowered, if you had something like lower defense and plus speed buff, that would make this thing your most versatile, most amazing Pokemon that you own in your entire game. It's pretty good, and you can get moves like Shadow Sneak and Shadow Punch to deal some nice 75 damage because, well, that's what it can learn. With Technician, you boost your damage output, and with Shadow Punch is and it boosts the damage output if your move is 60 or lower, and Shadow Punch just so happens to be 60. So you deal pretty good damage, about 75 or something, and it's pretty good. So yeah, I like Marshadow. You run a Focus Sash on Marshadow, and then later you like own everything because you can. Okay, so how I would run a Marshadow, in my opinion, would be run a Focus Sash on it, and then later run Sword Stance on it, and bam, you got an immediate sweeping Marshadow. Boy, isn't that pretty nice? So guys, this is gonna be the end of my list. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I already have the soda can. knife, I think. And yeah, I really enjoyed making this list. And the inspiration comes from Powerful Duck and stuff. I really like this list, and I'm sorry I haven't published in a while. I had to do stuff like my birthday and stuff, and it was pretty fun. And yeah, so, yeah. Also, Powerful Duck, I will be making a totally legit, not bootleg diss track on you, and it will be amazing. It will be a flame war diss track. Flam out. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not gonna be dropping a diss track on Duck. No duh. He's a friend. He's a fish. And you know what they always say. Fish are friends, not food. See you guys later. Sorry about this video being 20 minutes. So bye.